Hey, what's up guys? Thanks for stopping by the channel. So for this video, we're going to be taking a look at one of my favorite Tudor models, and that is their Pelagos, but I have the FXD GMT. This is actually a timepiece that was released towards the end of 2024, but it's been rather elusive in Southwest Ontario where I live. But I was fortunate enough to pick one up recently at one of my favorite Toronto ADs. Now, this watch is still developed in collaboration with the French military. In this case, it is with their pilots, hence the Zulu time or GMT function. And it also fetches a $500 premium over the standard FXD diver. But given the refinements to the movement, as well as the extra functionality with tracking multiple time zones, I do think that it is worth the additional cost. And it has a retail price of just under 6,600 Canadian dollars. So why don't we flip the camera around now and you guys can take a close-up look at this Pelagos FXD GMT in the studio. So now that we're in the studio, we can take a closer look at this Pelagos FXD GMT. And if you are familiar with the other FXD models from Tudor, you'll know that they use a grade 2 titanium case, which also has fixed strap bars, so no spring bars here. That means you can only fit single pass or like NATO straps, which goes underneath the case back, but is locked in place and very secure. And in terms of dimensions, very similar to other FXD divers out there, coming in at a 42.5mm case diameter. Taking a look at the side profile here, the wingspan between my fingers is roughly 49.8mm across. And then in terms of thickness, I measure it at just over 13mm thick from the bottom of that screw down case back, and then to the top of a flat sapphire crystal, which also has some anti-reflective treatment on the underside of the crystal to aid in dial legibility. Now in terms of the width for the supplied strap, it's an even 22mm, and they do give you a very nice green fabric strap that has a matching titanium Tudor buckle. There's also a floating fabric portion which I actually took off because the strap itself isn't super long, but it still accommodates my 7.5-inch wrist size quite well. And here's an in-studio wrist shot just to give you an idea of the length of the strap, as well as how well it wears on a 7.5-inch wrist size, which is 19 centimeters in circumference if you use the metric system. And I have to say, because of a grade 2 titanium, it's very lightweight and comfortable. It only weighs about 80 grams when you combine the watch head with the supplied OEM fabric strap. But of course, you could also throw on any other strap that you have lying around that it's a 22mm opening and is like a single pass or a NATO style strap. Alright, so Tudor went with a matte black dial to resist glaring and aid in overall legibility. And I have to say, that's one of the things I really enjoy about this particular timepiece, is that it's very easy to get strong orientation and great legibility during the day and then even in low light, because they use a very nice bi-lume application on the dial and on the bezel insert. So you have very potent green superluminova on the bezel insert for the 24-hour time zone, and it's matched by a green tip on the GMT hand. And then on the dial itself, you have a very nice blue tone lume for the hour markers and the normal handset. So what separates this FXD from other models is the GMT functionality, which means you do have a date at the 3 o'clock position. You also have a burnt orange GMT hand, and then also a nice pop of color on the text just above the 6 o'clock position where it does say Pelagos GMT in that same color orange tone. And then below that, importantly, it says that this is a master chronometer, which means that it is a METIS certified movement, whereas most Pelagos FXD models are chronometers, but they don't go through the METIS testing procedure. Essentially what that means is they test it for anti-magnetic properties up to 15,000 Gauss. They also test it for temperature changes and power reserve, which this watch has a 65-hour power reserve, ticking away at 4 Hertz. And because of a META certification, it's very, very accurate. The deviation is usually no more between 0 to plus 5 seconds per day, and this watch definitely falls within that specification. Now, if you do want to operate the movement, you're going to have to unwind that screw down crown, which also helps this watch maintain 200 meters of water resistance. And then if you do unthread the crown, the first position, you can manually wind up the movement. And then if you pull out the crown one click, you can independently drive your local hour hand. And that's also linked to the date. So you can see you can actually shuffle through the date as you cross different time zones. And then if you pull out the crown all the way, you can actually hack the balance, stop the seconds hand, and then you can set to any reference time point that you want. So once you do have a time set and you have your GMT set to the location where you previously were, you can even track a third time zone by using the offset on the 48 click bi-directional bezel, which has very satisfying action and great detents. And the grip on the bezel is a very nice coin edge. It even overhangs the case ever so slightly. So even if you had like gloved hands, it'd be easy to grip the bezel and operate it. So that's my quick overview of the FXD GMT. Personally, I really enjoy the functionality, how legible it is. Having a GMT complication and METIS certification on the movement itself is a big bonus. And I really like the lightweight and comfort that comes with having a grade 2 titanium watch. And when you consider it to other GMT models in the Tudor catalog, like their steel Black Bay GMT, this one is a lot thinner and a lot lighter. The only thing I don't really like is the availability and pricing for this particular watch. Maybe it's just me, but I remember when the FXD first came out, it was hovering around $5,000 retail, and now you're paying north of $6,600. Granted, you could probably get this for less on the used market, but they don't come up too often. But as always, guys, I'd love to know your thoughts on this particular FXD GMT in the comment section of this video. And if you enjoy this content, please consider subscribing to the channel. It really does help me out. That's going to wrap up this particular review. And as always, I can't wait to catch you guys in the next video.